Valfor's already reaching for the door.
Kick the door in.
Let's do this.
Kick it in.
Crash, the door goes in. There you see, in the corner, the far corner, this individual seems to be surprised. Who are you? She says. She's the same complexion as the others, these pale, pasty, humanoid-like individuals known as Caligni. She obviously looks like someone of some repute here, with her pointy little hat and long red and black robes. Okay, we're gonna roll initiative. Alright, so let me somehow put you guys on the map. Let's see what happens when I pull you out of the token, where it's gonna put you. Whoa, hold on.
Holy crap.
Alright. Give yourself your
The token exploded.
turn your torch on so you guys can see. Bjorn?
Got it.
Let me get rid of this.
Yeah, just so much for just you and me kicking the door. Everybody's up here.
Alright, so let's form a nice little line here. I'll do this. Bjorn, you're going to be in the front at the door. There'll be a Valafor right behind. Where would you like to be, Valafor? Down here?
You know what? I pushed the door open, so I went right in the room.
Oh, that's right. Okay. We'll put you there. And get Cypher. Cypher Skulk. Where would you like to be, Cypher? Because I know you sneak around either that side or down here. You want to be up there?
Given the number of people we have, I'll go over here.
Okay. Agatha, you're up next, so you'd fill in that spot. And Lofter.
I have no idea right now. I'm having to refresh again.
All right, you're in the rear. I have you in the rear, so that's where
That's
you're
good.
going to be. You're all good. And this is where we're going to roll initiative. Let's see what nonsense we get into now.
Finally coming back in. If you want to roll for me, go ahead.
I gotcha.
Thank you.
What else is in here? Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Things could get very crowded in here. Alright, so Valafor, you're in there. Let's begin this encounter. And Bjorn, you're up first. This creature looks quite surprised. Was not prepared for you to enter this chamber. What do? You see Valafor in there with his weapon drawn. He's ready to cut it down.
Yeah, Bjorn will go in, and those that appear to be threatening.
Not really.
Really.
It is
and
armed.
Sackbroth.
But it's not holding a weapon in its hands.
Gotcha. And Sackbroth. Bjorn will reply to the creature. Yield. Stop moving.
Okay, give me a diplomacy.
This is gonna go awesome. +0, lads and ladies. This is gonna go real good.
Watch your Pia there.
Initially, it was reaching towards its weapon, but as your words cracked the air, it stopped for a second as if to pay attention to you. But then it sees Valafor with his weapon drawn, looking threatening. You do anything else, Bjorn? Doesn't seem to be reacting the way you'd like.
Can I grapple it?
Do whatever you want.
Keep it away from the weapon?
It's got a weapon on its side. Its waist.
Yeah, but if I grapple it, then it can't really draw that easily. So we'll do a grapple here.
You have to describe it to me.
Yeah, seeing this creature continue to reach, Bjorn just kind of leaps at it, tries to pin it up against the corner, kind of hook it in such a way where he has its head in like a headlock, and he's standing behind the creature,
All right,
with the
athletics.
creature facing toward Valafor.
All right, first of all, you're going to make an athletics check, but because you're doing something on top of that to kind of pin its weapon to keep it from being drawn, right? Is that what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that might be something else I'm going to do here. But go ahead and make your athletics check.
22. If that's not good enough, I will hear a point.
It's a public roll, so it's up
Yes.
to you to use a hero point, not me.
Yes, I will hear a point. 21. Yeah.
Nope. You don't get a good grip on him. She pulls away just in time. You're done. We're going to go to Cadwin. Once again, dwarf. You hear words being spoken and the sound of what could be an impending battle. You're not sure what's happening. What do you do?
He doesn't really understand that language to begin with. He's not quite sure what's going on. He knows Bjorn and one of the others is up there. He's going to stay where he's at, just to make sure nothing comes in behind him or anything. I'm going to delay.
You want to delay?
Yeah, he'll delay until something comes down the hall.
All right, so I'm going to make you invisible. I'm going to make you invisible in the initiative tracker to indicate you're delaying. And whenever you want to pop in, tell me. If you don't pop in by the end of the turn, you automatically have your normal initiative where you are right now, which is second or right after Bjorn, okay? So to remind us, I'm going to make you invisible here. Okay, and we're going to go to Dulac. Oh, I revealed the name of somebody I shouldn't have. Whoops. Dulac. My name is Dulac, and why do you intrude upon me? Said in a very masculine, feminine voice. It's been an action drawing. Well, wait a minute. Let me see here. Damn you.
I see you waiting for her to cast the spell.
No, I'm waiting for her to draw a weapon.
Yeah, that's a manipulate, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that sucks. She begins to wave her hand in the air. Aktak Tungnuma! Saying arcane words. Do you wish to attack?
Naturally.
Let me see. Force occult.
Ooh, and missed. I don't think you have reach, Jess.
Nope, I don't.
Let me put this in the chat. There's no more spell components. I can't tell if these spells actually have a somatic thing going on. I don't know how the remaster handles that anymore, actually. So I don't even know if the spell has a manipulate to it. But anyway, you made your attempt. It's gone. And the shield spell goes through. Blip dip dip dip. So that's one action. Alright, it's going to reach down and it's going to do a manipulate action to grab the flail that's actually on its waist. And then its final action is to attack at you. Okay, so let's do that attack.
Class 26.
No, it misses. You easily deflect it with your drawn weapon. Okay, it's done. We're going to go to Lofter.
Oh, my turn. Oh.
Oops, sorry.
See, it is my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm
Go for
sorry.
it.
I couldn't hear it. My encounter tracker.
It's in the
You know?
encounter tracker. Can you see
Okay.
it?
Yeah. But it has someone else highlighted, so there's confusing me.
It's showing Lofter on mine.
I don't know what's going on. Can't see anything for what's going on, but let's see. Who was it? Cadwin that delayed? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have no way of knowing how big the room is from where I'm at. Gosh.
You're in the back of the group. You're not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
Doesn't really sound like there's a battle, but it could be. So you have no idea even what's going on.
Right.
So
Yeah.
let's not get crazy.
Anything I can do here?
When in doubt, do without. You're fine where you are.
Yeah.
Raise shield.
I'll just raising my shield and kind of waiting.
Okay, let me mark his raise shield. And you could raise shield and then spend 2 actions to do a reaction. Well, you already have got reaction. You're a fighter, so you're good. Now, actually, if you did use a ready action, it would be useful here to attack somebody that comes within reach, as opposed to a reaction or attack of opportunity where you can't do that unless they move out of the area you're threatening.
Right.
But a reaction in this case would allow you to attack somebody coming into your reach. So maybe spend 2 actions to do just that. Trigger, somebody
good.
comes within 5 feet, you go at him with the sword. So there you go.
Sounds good. And I'll do a third one. I'll do guidance on myself. There we go. 3 actions.
Well, that took 2 actions. To ready an action is 2 actions.
Right.
1 action to raise shield, 2 actions to
okay.
ready.
I'm get you. Okay, so we're full. Okay.
You're good as you are. So you're going with the ready to action?
Yep.
Okay. Next, we're going to go to Cypher.
Cypher's just gonna delay her action. She's not in the room, and she's kind of curious what Balfour is gonna do. So I'm going to try to insert myself after Balfour. But yeah, let's get me out of initiative, and we'll see
Right.
how this plays out.
All right, Agatha, you're up.
All right. She's gonna move up. And she's gonna poke her head in. She's gonna try diplomacy to see if she can try and reason with this person. She's gonna look over at the person that Bjorn is dealing with, and in the best way she can, given the circumstances, she's gonna be like, "Look, we're not trying to fight. We're just trying to get some answers. Will you talk to us?"
Go ahead and make a diplomacy blind.
Alright. roll incoming. I rolled a natural 0, didn't I?
No, I didn't see your roll. I see it now, though. Alright, so nothing has really begun here, but as you step into the room, you're really hard to see Agatha. Especially important if you're going to start using diplomacy, that the one you're speaking to can clearly see you. See you that you're not threatening. See that you're not working some magics behind your back. And you're not exactly clearly seen here. But regardless, your words are heard. And as it pulls away from the grasp or the grip, the attempted grip of Bjorn, and it does this magic with the shield and it's getting itself ready for action. It pauses and it listens to you. It looks towards you. You look familiar, she says. Since it's still your turn, how do you reply to that?
She'll look at the person, kind of not looking at Bjorn or Valthor, as that kind of intrigued her a little bit. She goes, "How do you know me?" As I tend to be very hideful of my actions. How do you know of me?
And just as she begins to reply, Valafor steps forward. Your turn is up, Agatha. So,
All right.
Valafor, you're next.
I'm gonna make a 5-foot step onto the bed,
You're gonna cut her down.
Oh, I know
and I'm
what's
gonna
next.
All
knock her down.
right, well, just so you know, Agatha is communicating with this individual. There is a conversation going on. To be
Yeah,
clear.
I don't care.
Okay.
I'm knocking it down. I gotta hit it first and knock it down.
I was gonna say, what's your alignment? Nope, not a thing anymore. Go for it.
No, Balfour don't care.
Honey badger.
Not about that one, Jeff.
Dragon. Well, I can't. All right, I can't do that. Just a regular attack.
You took a 5-foot step as well, and then knockdown's 2 action.
All right, that's it then.
All right.
Everybody wipes the sweat from that.
Agatha
like
is
to-
just Agatha is just livid.
The one time I prayed for bad rolls, guys.
Cypher, you stepping in?
Yes, please.
How about you, Cadwin? Are you stepping in? Because it's the end of the turn, or the round, rather.
No, he's gonna stay right where he's at and let things play out.
All right. Go ahead, Cypher.
I wonder if, since this person being creature thing, if they don't know where I am, I wonder if they would be able to, like, locate or work out that I'm casting a spell.
Can't see you.
Because I'm half tempted to cast Dirge of Doom and just be like, you're all of a sudden feeling rather fearful of this hallway. Instead, she'll just... I'll just do one action this turn. Did I actually... Hold on. Being in this position, did I happen to get a glimpse of her at any point?
No. Maybe you saw some movement, but I think it's just too much going on in there. Nothing clear.
If I stood here, would I be able to, you think?
Yeah.
I can
I'll
see
give
my
that to you.
companions. Okay, so then for my first action... Oh boy, yeah, okay, yeah, definitely can see. Cypher's going to kind of join the others and say, what's going on in there? Hearing Agatha trying to kind of make a communication and Why is Valifor on a bed?
He's pole dancing right now, okay? It's a valid profession.
Don't worry about it.
And I'd like to recall knowledge on this person.
Okay. You don't have a clear view of the individual, but I will give you the check. It might be a little minor penalty, but go for it.
Alrighty. Am I doing society?
Oh, I'm
occultism,
sorry. I forgot
religion?
how to play.
That's alright, that's alright.
I forgot how to play Pathfinder. Terrible. You're going to use society.
Alright, on its way.
Now, somebody else already made this roll before, and I think it was Agatha, so you learned quite a bit about these Caligni. So, this is an attempt to find out more, in this case, about these Caligni. But you do know that these cultists, I'm not even sure you were here when this happened, but Agatha revealed to everyone that these are Caligni creatures. They're known as Caligni, they're humanoids. There's no description here on this one, but they're basically Caligni. So, whatever I described before is what I described. They have no immunities or weaknesses or resistances.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I don't think I was there for the original description.
I'll let you take that roll back and your action back because you would know this. Agatha filled everybody in. And I'm going to assume you know this as well. So take your action back. They're the only thing about them, if I can recall, let me see, can I open up another one? Yeah, let me briefly read this to you real quick. It's just a short little thing. Caligni stalkers are often leaders of Caligni enclaves. Calignis lurk in subterranean cities, creeping in the surface to steal, stalk, or make mischief. Each Caligni serves in a specific role and grows into a specific form, as determined by supernatural traditions and influences in Caligni society. This is what you know. Regardless of their size or role, all Calignis, they're not human, are gaunt, with pale flesh and white eyes. Hint, hint, Agatha. Some surface dwellers call the Caligni dark folk, a term they dislike because it doesn't reflect either their appearance or character, only their environment. These individuals seem to be some type of an enclave that is very much a cult, worshipping something known as Earthagol, which I think you know about. So, they're not human. They're very much humanoid. They're like dark folk. They're always in the underground, up to mischief making. They're not necessarily evil. They're not necessarily good either. This group, this individual
They
here,
did try to attack us.
this group,
Remember.
this group and this individual here does look a little bit menacing and somewhat authoritative for this, what feels like a cult enclave. So that's what you can garner from that, just from speaking with Agatha. So no roll was made, no waste of an action. You know this.
Okay.
In that case, Cypher, we'll say that she walked over, got a good look, walked
Let's
back.
run again. Yeah.
And kind of gives Agatha almost like a mini pep talk. And this will be like my final action of just using Courageous Anthem. Oops. There we go. That's public.
Okay, Courageous Anthem.
Yeah, that'll be all.
60-foot emanation.
You've got this, Agatha.
If Balfour doesn't kill him first.
Alright, Bjorn, you're up.
I'm going to ready an action to, if Valafor gets hit by this creature, I'm going to jump in front of him and take the hit. Him pushing back 5 feet and take the hit for him. Last action, Bjorn's going to look to Valafor. Wait, it might have information.
Balfour just looks at you like, it just attacked you. What information is it going to give you other than it wants to kill you?
I beat a cultist to death trying to get information. If they can talk
It
to
didn't
it.
give- Yeah.
Alright, so you're ready in action to strike?
No, I'm ready in action to defend. If Valafor gets hit, I will move him out of the way and step where he was.
Is that a specific action you have, or do I have to decide how that works?
No. That one's up to you. It's just a ready action.
Okay. Alright, so next up. Okay. We're going to go to Cadwin.
Cadwin's going to move up into the room to see what's going on. Can't see a whole lot back here.
Three fighters. Or 2 fighters and a cleric. These poor monsters.
Basically, he's just going to move in just so he can try and figure out what is going on so he knows what he can do next time, hopefully.
That's it? Just move?
Yeah, that's it. Basically moving there. What's going on in here, lads? What are we doing?
Dulac's turn. Dulac begins to speak towards the doorway. I can't remember. Did she draw her weapon? I don't think she did.
She
No,
did.
she didn't. Oh,
She
she did?
attacked Bjorn. She attacked Bjorn, but missed.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, why are we talking to it? We should kill it.
Darn
And
it.
it attacked us.
Now she cast shield. That was one action. Then draw and attack. Yeah, she must have. That was stupid. Alright, that's okay. She has pulled away from being aggressive at this point. There is a conversation going on here.
Do you want me to repeat the question that Agatha asked her?
Yeah, in a second. I gotta open up the right window here. Probably should roll a dice. Or a die. No, I'm not gonna. Alright, so it immediately pulls back. So you guys are coming in, you're threatened. You made your attack. Wait! Call off your friends! We can talk. Yes, we could talk. And then suddenly she violently shakes her head and puts her hands up to her ears, and then she looks back towards you, Bjorn, and Agatha. She steps away from you, Valafor. That's a movement action. Do you attack?
Alright, this motioning towards her head, did it look like she was getting ready to cast a spell? Or was she just losing her mind?
Almost like she's losing her mind. Not losing her mind, but she was trying to get something out of her head. Like she was trying to clear her mind. Yes? No?
Attack of opportunity.
Okay, go for it.
'23, miss.
We are lucky.
She's getting lucky, I tell you.
No, my dice just suck right now.
He's kind of holding back a little bit. He's feeling something here. That gives you an attack of opportunity as well.
I should have just used a step. All right, so
I
didn't
thought
use a
you
step.
did use a step.
All right.
No, she didn't use a step. I gave the opportunity to Valifor. He took it, and that's that, so I didn't use a step. All right. Yes. Call off your dogs and we will make a deal. We are in need of things. Perhaps you can help. And she says this to you, Bjorn, in Dark Undercommon, or whatever the hell it's called.
Sakrath.
Sakrath. This is directed towards you, Bjorn. She can't see Agatha.
Can I reply to that?
Yeah.
Bjorn will look back to this creature and Sackroff. We're enough dogs here. Call us dogs again, and I won't continue to stop the big guy.
God. All right, she holds off from attacking or doing anything else. Lofter, you're up.
All right.
Go on in the room. Get enough bodies in there. Nobody's going to be able to move. Oh, slam the door.
That's good for diplomacy.
He's like, you guys handle it.
Yeah.
Oh, dear Lord.
This is crazy.
He steps in, looking,
Three fighters.
grimacing. Yeah. And then looks directly at whatever her name is. Let's see. He's not going to say anything, but he will. Shoot. Give a. What's that called? Intimidating glare. Yeah.
Try and demoralize it?
Yeah.
All right, go for it. Make your roll to intimidate.
Let's see, is it just a D20 roll?
It's an intimidation roll.
Intimidate. Oh, right. Duh. It's been a few months. Watchers.
Takes one action
Yeah.
against its will DC. Go for it.
There we go. Finally found it.
Doesn't even pay you any attention whatsoever. It's not fazed
Okay.
by you.
Got it.
Okay, Agatha, you're up. There's not any room to get in there. You're going to be pretty crowded. But if you want to do some diplomacy, now's your chance.
Alright. Agatha, is there a way Agatha can possibly stick her head in the room at least so she can try and see her?
Yeah, you could go right in the room. Just whoever square you're in, you're going to be off guard with them. Because it's crowded. House rule. Lofter, in case you didn't know, that's my house rule.
What is it? I missed it.
Two people in the same square, you both become off guard.
Okay.
Agatha's gonna look around the room, trying to figure out where she can stand so she's not, like, being shoved against the wall or something.
You could just move in
short.
there. You're fine.
I'm short. There's space in my square. I'm short.
Alright. Alright, she'll squeeze her way in there, trying to squeeze in between Lofter and Codwin. Look at the creature again, and go, how do you know me? I've never met you before.
That is a story to be told elsewhere, I'm afraid. Your friends have other intent upon me.
then we are seeking information of this place, what is below us. Perhaps there is a way you can speak without shedding blood.
And as you say these things, all of a sudden you hear words in your mind, Agatha, that you don't understand. It's a strange, mumbling sound. You don't understand it. And then as you finish what you're saying, call off your friends. We can talk. I have need of help, and I have much I can offer you, I'm sure. Surely you're not going to slaughter me. Not with my simple flail.
She's gonna look at all the fighters in the room, and knowing that she's outnumbered 4-1 in this case, she's gonna, in her best way possible, she's gonna go, give her a chance. She's willing to talk. Let's give her a moment.
So you
Again,
pause.
she's at number 4-1 here.
All right, we're going to go to Valafor in that case. You're up, Valafor. Here's your chance to finish her off. Now's your time.
Bellafor says, call me a dog. He takes his axe and pins her neck against the wall. I'm going to try to grapple her with my axe.
All right, 1 second.
Athletics, right?
Yep.
Go ahead.
29.
No success. You make your move. You do a good push in there to grab her, but you just can't get the right angle on her, so I'm going to keep you in the square you're in. Total failure. She's lithe.
Alright, he's going to ready in action. If she attacks again, I'm going to kill her.
Okay. Ready action. The trigger is, if she attacks, you're going to attack. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So no matter what she does, as long as it's an attack. So
He's also going to say, where's Belcora? Tell us now. We know you're hiding her.
Alright, Cypher, you're up.
I am once again going to fill these halls with sweet, sweet, courageous music. Because you never know when your allies will need that encouragement. And then I am going to stand my ground here. Actually, with my last two actions, it would be really quick, but could I go to that southern door and listen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a blind perception check. I'll also describe this door to you.
Okay.
Alright, it's a stout door, Cypher. Iron bound. Wait a minute. Is this written right? Doesn't make sense. Swing. North. I think that's written wrong. Let me look real close. Alright, so as you move up to this door, you see that there's all kinds of rubble and debris packed up against it. It's like a barricade. There's no writing on the door. Looks like a normal door otherwise, but there's a barricade in front of it. It takes some time to get it out of the way, but definitely you could pass through this door if you do so. Listening? You hear chittering noise. Not constant, but every once in a while you hear this chittering. That's
Does it
it.
appear that the doors would swing open towards me or away from me?
Towards you.
Okay. Well, that is the end of my turn, but we'll see what happens next round.
Okay, we're going to go to the next round. And Bjorn, you're up. Now, right now, everything combat-wise is in a standstill. Everybody's ready for an action, but we're now in a mode where we're parleying, okay? So when your turn comes up, unless you just want to outright and end parley and attack, your actions can be anything but attack, like parley. Now's your chance to say something. So Bjorn, you're up first. If there's something you want to say, here's your chance. Or anything else you want to do, but we're in a parley mode.
Yeah, Bjorn's going to look to the creature and stack rough because he understands it. Speak quickly, creature. What requests do you make? And he's going to ready an action. Should things go bad and it attacks, he's going to grapple.
All of a sudden, it grabs its head once again, Bjorn, as you speak. It shakes its head a little bit slower and says, "Stop!" And then it gets its eyes focused again and looks towards you, listening to your words. Yes, I think it would be very unwise if I made the wrong move at this moment. You have me outnumbered, for sure. I could offer you safe passage through these parts of this vile place. My people will let you pass safely, unharmed. If you could help me with something. To the north, there is a dock. Underneath the dock is a chul nest. The eggs. Retrieve some eggs for us. Yes, and I will give you safe passage through here. Unharmed, unmolested. We just want the eggs. So it kind of seems like she doesn't realize you've been slaughtering and taking and killing and pillaging all the way through here. But that's her offer. Now a chul are those creatures Cypher found and let loose in the cages to the north. That was a chul. Pretty intelligent creatures. So according to her, she's saying, under the docks where you parked your boat, under the water, there is a nest of these things. Retrieve some of their eggs.
But did she say that in common or Sakroth?
Sakroth. Svakroth.
Okay. Then instead of readying a grapple action, Bjorn will take another 2 actions to relay all of that to the rest of the group in common, including Cypher.
Agatha would have understood as she also speaks Sakroth.
Anyone that speaks Undercommon will speak Svakroth or whatever it's called. Ryan, if you got that.
I do not.
So there you go. It's kind of like a little deal here. If you're willing to do that, she's asking you to retrieve some eggs. And if you do that for her, you can pass through here. We're not going to harm you. And she also mentions below. She can't speak for the other Caligni that dwell below. But as far as this area is concerned, we won't harm you. We just want the eggs. So those that speak, what do you do? This includes you, Agatha. I'm kind of going out of order here, so.
I don't
Okay,
know these-
Valfor has a question.
What?
Why do you need us to get the eggs? Why can't you get them? What's the danger of getting them?
Well, you need safe passage. Here's your chance. We won't harm you.
What about the creatures down there? In the cages?
You seem to be quite skilled. Perhaps you would be better than us to get the eggs.
And that's all you're going to give us is free passage?
We don't have anything else. We just worship Earthagol.
Belcora, correct?
No, Earthagol. It's not Belcora. When you mention Belcora, this individual has no idea what you're talking about. They worship Earthagol. In fact, she kind of pulls back when you mention the name Belcora, as if with disdain. But she says no more. Disdain towards Belcora. Do you speak Undercommon?
Yeah.
Cadwin does it. He's gonna move down.
So do we have a deal?
We will ponder your offer.
Bjorn,
What?
I ask that you, Valifor, and Laughter step out of the room for a minute. We're not separating. I'm asking you to step out for a minute.
Very well. Perhaps I should check on Cypher as well. Come along, Valipor.
So you're all leaving the room, except Agatha? Yes or no?
Belfor doesn't like this idea. Belfor's not moving. He's still got his axe to her throat. He don't trust her.
What about you, Agatha? What do you do?
She looks at Valathor. I am not splitting from the group. You will be within arm's length of me if you need to pull me out of the room if something happens. I will leave the door open in case it happens. So I'm asking you, please leave for a minute.
What's your intentions?
There is something she knows, and if she is willing to tell me, I will share it with the group, but I need to earn her trust. I'm asking for a minute.
We should trust her, laddie.
Alright. But if she moves, she's dead. And you'll leave.
You would actually see Bjorn standing at the door, battle ready. Just in case.
So you can whisper through the door. Did you shut the door?
I don't remember shutting it myself. Maybe Valathor shut
Do you want it open or closed?
At the door.
I think I accidentally did. Sorry.
Alright, so...
Sounds like Dragon Fowl.
Alright, Agatha, what do you say? What do you do? What's going on here?
Agatha holds a hand out to her, almost as if she's still trying to keep the diplomacy, and goes, "How do you know me?"
A friend of yours passed through our lands, deep below, I believe his name was Farley. Yes, and a gnome. That was his companion.
Her eyes are gonna widen. She goes, "Where? Did they see what they're doing? Why they are here? Tell me."
I cannot reveal that information. But I saw you with them as well at one point. And that's how I recognized you. Although I must say, you were much more paler back then. You have changed. Perhaps in a good way. But I can speak no more of this.
Why do you want the eggs? Why is it so vital?
We need them. There was a creature. Belcor's servants that prevent us from worshipping Erthagol, who lies to the north above the steppes. There's who we worship. But it is the minions of Belcor that prevent us from getting to this, and we cannot worship. The eggs allow us to do that.
All the creatures that were up there were slain except for one that is in a cage. If you have more people that can slay it, then you will have easy access to all the nests that are up there. But I need to know, did they say where they were going?
Who? Who was going where? I missed that.
She's trying to figure out, where the gnome and Telfari were going.
She won't speak of it. If you have to ask questions, it's probably on purpose. In other words, you're not supposed to know. She won't reveal any of that. It's kind of like, just to back up a little bit as far as your background is concerned, Farley Tell, you were involved with this thing that's going on, but you were sent back not once, but twice. But every time you come back, part of your memories are wiped. And this is intentional by Farley and the gnome. So it's the fact that you're asking these questions is actually realistic, because you don't really know. Even though you probably do know and might even remember this individual possibly. Who knows? But you don't know. And that's why this creature is not going any further with it, because perhaps she knows a little bit more about what's happening, and it wouldn't be wise to reveal that to you. If you don't already know, you probably shouldn't know. Of course, I don't think the others can hear this. They're trying to she's trying to whisper with you with this kind of stuff. Okay?
Okay. Catching on to the whispers, she's gonna now speak in a slightly louder tone, so everybody in the hallway can hear her. Changing up her tactics, she goes, "What is in the door that is to the south? What can you tell me of it?"
What are you talking about? The one where Cypher was? We do not go that direction. 8-legged creatures lie there. Dark, dark elves. We don't go there. We are only interested in worshipping Urgathal. Again, if you get us the eggs, you not only have safe passage, but you can stay here. And we will not buy you. We will count you as allies.
Go ahead.
We will count you as allies. Of course, it sounds like, Agatha, she doesn't know that you just slaughtered practically half of her cult, if not all of them. She doesn't realize that because you've done a lot of killing. But keep that in mind. Unless there's a lot more of them. I don't know. But this is what she says. Her name is Dulac, or Dulac. And she introduces herself as the leader of this cult. Okay? So that's what you get out of this conversation. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, do you want to call the others in? Unless you have anything else, real quick.
She'll call the others back in, and then she'll step up on the bed to make room.
We'll assume everybody's in there. You don't have to move.
Okay.
All right. Bjorn, you step back inside the room, looking cautious, weapons drawn. Agatha reveals this information to you, I guess. What do you do?
Yeah, Bjorn will look to the others. Should we take her up on the offer and find some eggs for safe passage?
Well,
Killed up many.
do we let her know that we've killed most of them? Because we could be wasting our time if she just turns on us when we give her the eggs because we killed everybody.
You sound like you're an AM radio, Jesse. What happened?
I have no idea.
Is Valifor saying that out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Then wouldn't she also hear that?
She might.
Since we're all in the same room.
What did you say again? I wasn't paying attention. I was more fascinated by your voice sound.
No, I said, do we waste our time and she comes and attacks us once she finds out that we've killed off everyone here?
Oh yeah. You wouldn't say that out loud unless you wanted her to hear that. Did you?
Yeah, I kind of do want her to hear.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes it.
Oh no.
She looks in shock and kind of nervous at this point, and her hand immediately reaches towards her. No, not her mace. Her hand is behind her back. We'll leave it at that.
Well, what do you think, creature? You still gonna give us safe passage or no?
I've made my offer. I only ask for the eggs.
You'll leave us alone if we give you the eggs?
Yes, that has been discussed. She's going to leave you alone, allow you a place to rest, and have as a safe room if you want it. But all you need is retrieving those eggs. That's the deal. That's what was been laid on the table. Okay?
All right.
It's up to you. You can slay her. You can say screw the eggs and just move on. Whatever you want.
Well, what do you guys think? Should we go get the eggs and risk getting killed, or just move on?
I think we can go get the eggs, but I also think you made a good point that, like, maybe eventually she'll realize the trouble we've actually caused along the way.
There's nobody left.
And if there's no one left, here are those eggs. Also, all your friends are dead.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
welcome.
yeah, like we've literally killed a SWAT into this place. Like it was a very hot drop.
Okay,
Don't we already have the eggs?
Yeah, didn't that one we released give us an egg?
No, there were the three that were over the fire pit.
Cypher has an egg. That was a true egg.
Yeah.
She
But
destroyed
we
one.
don't. Yeah, I did. For a noble cause. I have one in my possession, but I do not believe Cypher does not know what it is, other than it's an egg that was cooking like a baked potato over a grill, and it's the size of a head. So she's kind of just like having this like item bulging from her backpack. What does everyone else think?
Let me back up a little bit. I forgot one part of this sentence that I revealed before. A very important part is that if you do this and you, for her, safe passage, all that stuff, count you as allies, it's all good, it's all cool. She will also put in a good word for you to the rest of her people below. And basically, she says, otherwise you won't be able to speak to these people at all. The ones below.
Okay, new plan. We're going to agree to her. Should she find all the dead people and say, you've turned on me, I will lie for the team and say they were dead when we got here.
If not,
That
then
was
we'll add
actually
her
Agatha's plan too.
body. If not, then we'll add her body to the list of the body count.
All right, I'm good with that.
I'm good
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, so let's go get those eggs, and should she make mention of anything else, we'll just lie.
Or kill her.
Yep.
Preferably lie, because then if we kill her, we don't get those benefits.
No.
She can't put in a
See,
good
nah.
word if she's dead.
Nah, see, that's why you wait till after she puts in the good word, and then you just, you know.
Well, I don't
Then you
think
give
it will
her the beat.
happen right away. I think she'll be like, all right, I'll see you guys in 4 hours, or check back. Who knows? It's not gonna be like, let me just
Or
telekinetically.
Cypher, you could offer her the egg that you have.
I don't know that it's that egg.
How about this? How about we just lock the door behind us and she can't get out?
Should we turn around, go back to that room, and then Bjorn's like pointing at the grill, hey, it's those eggs that lady wanted. Then Cypher would be like, oh, you mean the one I took in my bag? But she has no clue that that's what she has. Heck, she's
We could-
saving it for a snack later. Like, if those cultists could eat it, maybe it's edible for me too. But are we heading back, since we're going to be perhaps venturing underwater?
Yeah, how are we gonna do that with no spells?
That's what Agatha was going to point out too.
What do you mean, no spells? Psh.
And Valfor ain't swimming in his plate harbor.
Yeah, Bjorn's wearing chainmail.
All right, derobe. No one's watching. We'll cover our eyes. Take a dive.
Bjorn
No,
wears
no.
nothing under the armor, okay?
That
Like,
sounds
he's
too much
pretty
like a
barren.
bat.
Elias can vouch that the water is quite refreshing. Way back, many sessions ago.
Yeah, full of giant frogs.
Yeah.
Put your torch on.
Got it.
Alright, so this is where they were talking about. Let me deduct some time here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, after all that parlaying, almost to combat, moving around, getting your bearings, you make your way back up these halls to this. By the way, there's a boat here. I think I have it on the map. There's also
So I
something
think
written here.
along the way back to our current position, I think that what we've discussed was canon, that we were just like, yes, we're all in agreement that we're going to, in the best case scenario, get the eggs and lie, only if she brings it up, or worst case scenario, she refuses to believe the lie and we just do what we do.
Fucking kill it.
That.
All right, next question is,
Cypher's edging you guys. Yeah, just take a dive. The water looks great.
all right, Cypher, you're the lightest. Go for a swim.
Yeah, but see, I'm so light, I don't think I could get weighted down to the bottom.
Yeah, you
He's already unstrapping his armor.
Agatha goes, alright, enough is enough. So she hands over her staff, she takes off her robe, she ties her skirt up to around her knees, and she goes into the docks. She said, enough is enough.
I'm gonna use my deception to say, well, I just ate, so, 30 minutes. Gotta wait.
So Agatha's already going under the docks at this point.
Yeah, Bjorn is declipped in armor. You see him literally just bare chested. It's kind of a grotesque sight as he he's covered in scars, and we'll leave it at that.
Swim
Valfor's
safely.
gonna stand on the dock and watch the water. If anything moves.
Bjorn will
Before
actually.
Besides-
one of you fully dives below, Cypher kind of just runs up to the dock and says, don't forget to cast light on something you can bring with you. It looks very dark down there.
She said that as Bjorn was literally casting light on his hand, standing there in just his leather leggings with a dagger in his hand. Thank you for your concern, sir. Thank you. Could I ask you a favor?
No. But what is
Very
it?
well.
Oh,
Watch
wait. Before you go in, Valefor ties a rope around your waist, just in case we have to pull you out.
Thank you. And Cypher, could you keep an eye on my gear for me?
Of course. And she takes it off the dock and begins to like drag it to where she currently is on the map, so that in case anything were to happen to the dock, it wouldn't just sink to the bottom.
Yeah, we can all hold the rope while he goes in, just in case he gets swallowed by a giant fish.
Yeah, this is stupid, but hey, let's do it.
So you're dipping into the fetid water?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bjorn's gonna kind of take a deep breath and just step off the edge.
Agatha would already be waist deep in the water at this point.
Who all is going in? Both Agatha and Bjorn?
I guess. Got Valefor on a rope with me. Everybody else, I imagine, is kind of pulling security.
And you're all tied on a rope?
Yeah,
Yep.
Valefor's got it.
Valefor's got the rope. This is a 50-foot rope.
Yep.
And it's tied around your waists, or are you just grabbing onto it?
Tied.
Tied around your waists?
Mm-hmm.
Give 3 pulls if you need help.
All right, now what's the space between... I'm going into detail here. What's the space between Agatha and Bjorn, if that rope is taut? 5 feet?
Was it, yeah?
Okay, 5 feet makes sense. That's like a square adjacent. Okay, so you're right behind him. All right, holding your breath, which is going to be mandatory in this case, because you got to get under the water. How long can you hold your breath? See how good you guys are at remembering that rule.
It's something times your constitution modifier.
I want to say it's 5 rounds times your constitution modifier.
So a minute.
Yeah, minute max.
I think
That's
Cat
what it is.
Cat was holding her breath last time, wasn't she? She was doing that. Something's going on. Environment. So we'll have to know that. And let me see, is this the right description? This doesn't really... Lone dock, rotten and rickety, just out from a shelf of rock. It looks long unused, and no vessel is tethered save your own boat. You make your way to the edge of the dock, all prepared. You've taken off your armor.
Yes, and casted light on my hand. I'm in nothing but leather leggings and a dagger.
And a dagger. Sploosh. Gonna roll a d6. There's a 1 in 6 chance. Okay. Sploosh, you go into the water. Quickly followed by the witch. I'm gonna roll a dice for you as well, a d6, Agatha. 1 in 6 chance. It came up 1. I'll reveal that so you can see. Holding your breath. Agatha, you take a gasp as some of this water gets in your mouth. You spit it out quickly, but you've definitely swallowed some of this fetid, nasty water. Bjorn, you're safe. You got your breath closed off perfectly. Into the depths you go, with Agatha in tow. It's very difficult to see in this water. It's like you could barely see 5 feet in front of you. It's like it was all mud. After about 10 feels like 20 feet down. You feel the edges of the stone wall to the east. So you know where the wall is. You can barely see, but you got your bearings. That would be the east. And as you reach about 20 foot down, and Agatha, you're being towed along as we go here. You reach down and you feel like you can see now. You can see what looks like this little area of eggs. Clearly, these are the eggs. They're about the size of a head. There's about 6 of them. Actually, let me open it up and see what there is. There is... Yeah, good guess. There's 6 of them. You also see, off the glint of your light that you're producing, what looks like the glint of coins. And possibly what looks like a sword. It's the hilt of a sword, kind of buried partially by the mud at the bottom of this ground. Suddenly, out of this darkness, you see movement. You see what looks like a large claw, and it reaches towards your hand as you go to reach for the egg. We're going to roll initiative. Something is with you, Bjorn. Now, only Bjorn and Agatha are involved here, unless some kind of circumstance would lead the others to, hey, something's wrong. Okay, we're going to go into initiative. Agatha, you're also in initiative. Go ahead and roll your perception. You've disturbed a nest. And briefly, what are the rest of you doing? Valifor, I know what you're doing. But what are the rest of you doing? Cypher?
Just gazing out at the water, seeing if there's any movement, just keeping a general, like, count of the time pass. Like.
Okay. How about you, Lofter? Are you doing anything particular?
Who's holding the rope, mainly?
Valifor.
Valifor, okay.
What would you be doing right now? If not knowing that there's an encounter going on, what would your character be
I'm going
doing?
to be looking at the water itself.
Okay.
Maybe just based on growing up as a Viking, I kind of know disturbances of the water, so just kind of any kind of, if I need to roll perception or anything.
All right, good. How about you, Dwarf? What are you doing?
So, kind of having grown up underground, growing up in caves, knowing, things live in the underground waterways sometimes. He's watching out for those that went in, kind of watching for any signs of anything that may be coming up on them. He's also kind of keeping an eye out for those of us on shore, knowing that, while we're distracted with what's going on in the water, something could try to sneak up on us here. So he's just overall just being alert and keeping an eye out.
Okay. All right, Bjorn. So all of you guys will be using your perception for anything that happens. Now, let's get back to this. Bjorn, you're up first. You see this claw reaching towards you. There's a creature there, and it's a big one. And there's more than one. They're coming within sight, and they're reaching towards you and Agatha. You're up first. What do you do?
Can I reach the eggs?
You can.
I will grab 2, yank back, and pull the rope 3 times.
All right. As you do, one of these creatures attempts to grab you. Not grab you, claw you. This is a reactive strike. What's your armor class?
22.
22. That is going to be a critical claw. You're going to take 32 points of bludgeoning damage. In addition, you are, let me see here. attempt to grab you and hold you down under the ground. Under the water, sorry. What's your fortitude save? Modifier.
24.
Why is this coming up this way? Gotta click this. No. What is it?
24.
You are grabbed.
Now, the next question. Since I have one action left, can I try to escape?
Yes.
Tug the rope, tug the rope.
Bjorn did. Like, his first action was you reached down, grabbed eggs. Second action, tugged the rope. And then I got attacked.
I must have missed that part. Okay, shoot.
So I have to roll an athletics against them, or I can use my unarmed attack, right?
Yeah, whichever's higher.
Unarmed attack.
This is to escape?
Yep.
Yeah, let me go back to that. I got it written down in my notes here, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
30.
30. Ooh, that's a good one. Double check. You just succeeded. You're broken free. So you're no longer grabbed to get rid of that. And we're going to go to Agatha.
Would Agatha see that he's being attacked?
Oh yeah, you're like 5 feet from me.
Okay. She's going to attempt to grab an egg, and then she's also going to be hanging on the rope and like tugging as hard as she can, trying to like get them to be pulled up.
You tugging on the rope?
Section action. Yeah, she's tugging on that rope while she's also grabbing an egg.
Alright, let's see. I want to make sure this creature doesn't have reach. Yes, it does. But it used its attack, so it's okay. It's not going to get you.
So yeah, Jess, you would definitely feel a disturbance in the rope.
So I'm going to put you in initiative, Bellaforce, because you can now react to what's going on. The others can if something's shouted, like, hey, everybody, they're in trouble. There will be a disturbance in the water, but that won't be until the next round. Agatha, you done?
Yep.
All right. Time for the first creature. There, Bjorn, it lies in front of you, clamping at you. You look tasty. And it's going to attempt to attack you again. With its clickety-clack claws. Ba-da-dum-ba-dum-ba-da. Ooh. Ooh. And it cuts into your bare... Well, I don't know what this is. It's not a... It's a bludgeoning strike. Claws. It's got it as bludgeoning. I guess because it's squeezing, it's clamping down on you. This is particularly vicious. 24 points. Bludgeoning damage. And it's got you grabbed.
Is it an automatic thing?
In this case, it is. And for its next attack, it's going to attempt to squeeze you as it has you around the chest, or around the belly, around the waist. All right, it's going to attempt to constrict you. You got to make a basic fortitude save. This is its final action. It's a constrict.
23.
That's failure. You take full damage. You're going to take 15 points. Is that it? Wait a minute. Is that right?
Bjorn's out.
1d8 plus 9. Bludgeoning. Let me roll this again. Yeah. Yeah, 15.
Bjorn's out.
Alright, dying one. Behind you, Agatha, you feel movement in the water. And there you turn abruptly and see these claws coming out of nowhere. This huge mammoth chul, so it's been described, attempts to grab at you, to consume you, to drown you, to use you for food. What is your armor class?
21.
That's a critical. It's going to roll some critical bludgeoning. 38 points of bludgeoning damage. Now, since you're unconscious, Bjorn, you will start drowning. Okay, are you good, Agatha?
Yeah.
Alright, we're going to go to the next round. It's round 3. It's Valafor. You feel the tug. You feel a struggle. You begin to see ripples on the water. There's something going on underneath there. What do you do, Valafor?
Feeling the 3 tugs on the rope before, Valafor wraps the rope around his waist and starts to manipulate his talisman around his neck. It is the grasshopper talisman. And I'm going to use it to jump. I'm going to jump with the rope and just pull them out of the water. Now, I think I can go 30 feet in the air.
Let's see what the grasshopper says. It's affixed to armor, and it is affixed to your armor?
Yep.
Okay. Activate, you have to envision. That's what you're doing now. Trigger, you attempt a high jump, but haven't rolled yet. So you're going to attempt a high jump from where you're standing. Requirements. You're an expert in athletics.
I am.
This metal grasshopper studded with emeralds is usually clasped to the legs of a suit of armor. When you activate it, if you succeed at an athletics check, you leap up to 50 feet vertically, holding a rope, carrying 2 people, and up to 10 feet horizontally. Vertical is what we're after here. If you critically succeed, you can leap up to 75 feet vertically and 20 feet horizontally. If you don't end your jump on solid ground, the further in the air until the end of your turn, then fall harmlessly at a rate of 60 feet per round until you reach the ground. So this is going to be really hard because you're holding onto a rope that's taut. There's no way to get a running start on this. It's almost virtually impossible to attempt it because of that.
Well, I figured because it's magical, I probably could do it.
Well, the magic is what allows you to jump so freaking high. That's where the magic is. It's like a grasshopper. But you're holding 2 people underneath, and you have no room to do a run up to this, so I'm going to say, instead of doing
Could
that...
you run through me and jump towards the bank?
Can he what?
Yeah, I could just run through him.
Run through me, like down the deck towards the bank, but do a running jump, and so he's pulling, and then they'll swing underneath him, or they'll swing towards the bank.
All right, just because it's fun, let's just roll some athletics checks here to do all kinds of crazy things. Maybe a little acrobatics too, but your grasshopper emerald is going to allow you to do this. So Describe for me exactly how you're going to attempt this, and I will decide what
All right.
happens here.
So Valefor ties the rope around his waist,
All right, we know that.
activates the talisman, and runs towards the pier shoreline and makes a jump.
Back here.
Yep.
All right, I'll
And
let you do
hopefully
that.
Everybody gets pulled out.
All right, now this rope, this is very critical. Is it taut or is it loose?
Well, it's 50 feet. They're only 20 feet down, so
I know, but are you holding it so it's constantly taut so you can feel them pull?
It would have to be taut because I wouldn't feel it if it wasn't.
All right.
I wouldn't have done that.
Are you letting some slack go as you run?
Yeah, I suppose I would. No, I wouldn't have to.
Well, if you've got
Would I?
two people at the bottom of this rope and it's taut,
All right, I'll let
you're not
one-
even going to get off the ground.
I'll let a couple feet out, so it's a little slack.
All right. So I'll let you run all the way down here, letting the rope go slack as you go, but keeping it just in reach. So when you lift off, you can make it taut and hope that the magic propels you like it's supposed to upward, even with this amount of weight. So you're going to make an athletics check. So go ahead and make
Man, that's where I need.
public
Good
athletics check. 29 is pretty damn expert level right there.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 29. It's not critical though, and you kind of needed that. Now you've got two people. What is your bulk, Kyle?
Well, I took all my armor and weapons off, so.
So what is your
really-
bulk?
Oh yeah.
Lighter.
Well, my bulk without anything, not even my back, I guess would be 0.
Well, your bulk, your body would count as your bulk too. So what do you weigh?
Bjorn weighs 290.
290. So
I think
what
there's
is?
a chart somewhere in the rules what each one would be considered for carrying.
Yeah. So
I think a small.
isn't it like 10 bulk, 10 pounds per bulk or something?
No, I think it's actually unreasonably small.
Darn it. Well, with two people on that rope, it's going to be really hard. I want to give you one roll. This is going to... Yeah, you want to look it up, Lofter?
Yeah, I've got it. I've got the page right now.
What is it?
Are
What
we
does it
both
say?
talking 2 medium creatures?
Yes.
What is it? 4 bulk total?
6. 6
Oh,
bulk.
close.
6 total?
Yep.
All right, Valifor, if you add 6 bulk to your current bulk, what are you at?
He'll be encumbered, but not at max. He's at 8 now, and his max bulk is 14.
So it'd be 14 with the two people.
You clumsy one and take a minus 10-foot penalty on your speed. To your speed. Or all your speeds if you have special speeds. Minus 1 to dex base rolls, and you're clumsy. Alright, this is to see if this happens. If you fail this, just normal failure, you're not even going to get off the ground. The magic just won't propel you. The running won't propel you. It's just too heavy. It's too much weight. The resistance of the water, it's not working. If you critically fail it, and I'll tell you right now, it's pretty likely. It's going to pull you back into the water or smash you off the pier. You might take some damage on doing this. But go ahead and make an athletics check. The DC is pretty difficult. This is your second one to actually do the lift off and pull these guys up. You could have just pulled them.
Oh, that's in that one.
That one, that is a critical failure. Do you have a...
Do I have a hero point, or did you use it?
No, you did not have a hero point.
All right, you're going to take a little bit of damage as you attempt to lift off. You're going to... Let me roll this. This I'm going to roll because it's a very random thing. You're going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage right off the bat. And you're going to fall prone onto the dock. And I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to take you under the water. The rope's tied to you. It's going to give some slack to those underneath. So you guys underneath, Agatha, you feel a sudden pull. Now, after doing all that, You could have pulled them up. Just pulled them up. They're only 20 foot down. You could have spent your actions pulling them up. Even if he's being grabbed, you'd probably still pull him up along with the creature.
I didn't know.
You're a hero. You're trying to be heroic, and you are. You tried. So this comical thing just happens here almost, and it's too much to do what you wanted to do. But it was good. Give yourself a hero point, Jesse. Agatha, you feel a yank on your waist. It almost hurts. What do?
Does this thing have a grip on Bjorn?
Did it? I think it does, yeah. And he's unconscious. He's dying. He's no longer motioning. His knife is gone. But you're free. There's a creature behind you attempting to grab you. So if you want to make a desperate attempt to pull him out of the water and yourself, just get out of there. You better do something.
She's gonna glance up the creature, try and get to her, grab a hold of Bjorn as much as she can, and she's gonna try and get them both out of the water.
Aren't you gonna try and swim up to the top?
She's gonna try, she's kicking hardcore.
What's your armor class?
Armor class is 21.
You're gonna take normal damage. This creature is attacking you. There's one right behind you. It's going to do 22 points of bludgeoning damage. Clamps down on you. It doesn't grab you, though. So you can continue to move. Now...
She goes limp.
What's your... You're dying? Alright.
She's dying.
Okay, Bjorn. Go ahead and make your throw to save.
Fail.
Is that a critical fail?
No, failure by 7.
Okay. Alright, so you're 1 dying 2 now, I guess. Okay, gonna go to the creatures. It's gonna attempt to constrict. No, it's not gonna do anything. It's gonna hold you down under the water. The other one is going to attempt to clamp onto you. You're motionless. Agatha. This is an attack roll. It's going to grab you. It's going to be grappled. You are now grappled. It's going to attempt to hold you under the water. And yeah, we're going to go to the next round. Now, everybody at this point is alerted to what's happening. So I'm going to let you all jump into the initiative. Obviously, something is going on here. So make your rolls for initiative. I'll roll for Cypher.
Oh, okay.
I got you.
Yep.
All right. And next round. Bellafor, you're up. You're prone. You're the one with the rope. Can't hear you, Jess, if you're muted.
Sorry, what did you say? I was talking.
You're up.
All right, I'm gonna pull.
Okay.
You gonna pull from laying down, or you want to stand up first?
You could do it laying down if you want.
No, I'll stand up.
All right, 1 action to stand. 2 actions to pull. I'm going to allow you to pull them to the... Ooh, that's right there. You're grabbed. Give me an athletics check.
Here it comes.
You do have a hero point, Jess.
I do. Is that good enough or no?
This is a public roll, so it's up to you.
Go ahead, hero point it. Hopefully it's better.
Worse.
25.
Oops.
You should have kept the 27. 27 was just successful. But you have another...
Yeah, I have one more action, right?
Yeah, I could let you...
Does
Yeah,
it
get
got
another
up?
one.
Oh,
One more action if you want to
All
do
right.
it again.
one more.
You're going to need a 27 now.
19.
Nope.
Somebody else grab this rope.
Well, if you got some people aiding, you could all jump on the rope. But that's coming. That's coming. All right, so you begin to pull on the slacky part of the rope. As soon as you get some resistance, something is holding on from below. Something has a hold of your friends, and it's just not coming up. You're going to have to try again. All right, Valifor, you're done. We're going to Cadwin. You could take action now. You're good to go.
Yeah, Cadwin watches Valfor jump around like a grasshopper, I guess, and realizes that something's not right. So he'll grab a hold of that rope and he'll start pulling on it as well.
All right, you can do the same thing. There's enough slack to grab on. You're not aiding. You're doing a full-on roll for yourself to pull it up. So give me an athletics. You're going to have to beat it. What did I say? 27? 27. 15?
We will hero point that one.
You got enough of them. Ooh, almost.
Oh, man.
Close. That was wrong. I do have enough. I might as well put them to use. Let's try that one more time.
It's just not giving. Something's got a hold of them. Oh my
man.
God.
Come on.
Holy smokes.
I mean,
Just give up now, guys.
I got
Got
one
a roll
more.
of 15.
I'll hold on. I'll hold on to that last one. I mean, I got one more.
All right, Lofter, you're up next. You're going to have to move to get to that rope. Do you do so? Or do you dive in naked? No.
No, I've got full armor on. I'm not going to dive. Yeah,
Alright.
I'm just going to grab it and pull.
All right,
Yeah,
2
so-
checks. You got to beat a 27.
All right.
Athletics.
Athletics, come on, where you at? Okay, trained. Not the best, but let's see what we do. Come on.
27. He got it. He got it.
Ah, there we go. Elephant
The
strength.
hero.
Thank
Pull it.
gosh.
This wasn't looking good.
That was your last final action, or do you have one more action?
Oh, yeah, that was, we got one more. All
right,
I'm
you-
going to...
Well, let's
Oh, sorry,
pull
what was
them
that?
up. It's going to take 2 actions to pull them up. I'm going to let you
Okay.
go do that with 1 roll.
Yeah.
Their bodies begin to break the surface as you are pulling on this rope. Your friends are kind of trying to help, but you've pulled it away from the dwarf, and now you're pulling on it. You're getting it up there, and finally you see your friends break the surface. You see Agatha's body, and you can also see Bjorn's body. Shortly there, he's still kind of under the water, but you also see a grabbing claw that you've pulled away from it coming to the surface as well. There's something coming up with you.
Guys, I have to run. I'll be on as soon as I get home.
All right, Jess, we'll fill you in to see if they died.
Okay. All right. Good luck, guys.
All right. Give yourself a hero point, Lofter.
Okay, thank you.
And we're going to move on to Agatha. Agatha, you're going to have to make a
I still
save.
had one more.
No, that took both your
Oh.
actions to do what you
All
just
3
did.
actions. Okay, got it. All right.
It was
All right, and I'm
one
rolling a
athletics
flat
check
D
and
with
then
20.
2 actions to pull them up completely. Go ahead.
Got it.
Go ahead, Agatha.
All right, so what do I do? Do I just roll the dice that's near the dying, or
Yep, make your save. Failure. So your dying increases by 1. Dying 2. Very good. All right, Bjorn, same thing. If you have any hero points, you could spend them all to stabilize. Don't forget that.
I don't have one.
Okay, make your roll. This is it.
Critical failure.
Are you wounded? No.
No.
Critical failure,
Ah!
that's 4. That
Yeah,
will...
I don't really care that it's 4 because
You have...
I don't die at 4. I
Okay.
die at 5.
So put yourself at
times.
dying 4.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Okay. You're done. We're going to move on to the Chul. Now, what eggs you had are dropped, by the way. You don't have any of them. So I'm going to roll a dice here to see if these creatures react by continuing to come up and just attacking you, or they're just going to protect their eggs. Because they're next in initiative. Okay. Cypher, you're up. You see a claw briefly appear near the body of Bjorn as if it was going to latch on once again, but then it disappears under the water. Whoops. You're up, Cypher.
Yeah, seeing Bjorn so close to death, she's never seen a body so limp, battered, and bruised. She's going to cast her highest level soothe spell on him. Healing back 44. And don't forget to drag the spell effect soothe to your character as well.
Thank you.
Looks good. You wounded 1. Excellent.
And of course, I will also be casting Courageous Anthem. So go ahead and drag that to your bodies, everybody.
Your bodies.
Shows I'm dead.
Yeah, go to your conditions and get rid of that. There you go.
The only conditions I have are enfeebled, grabbed, prone, wounded, immobilized, and off guard.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So support diode.
Yeah.
All right, Cypher's done.
Yep. Don't forget to add Courageous Anthem. You'll need to add it to Balfour as well. Please and thank you.
Thank you much.
All right, Balfour.
Yeah, Valafor's just going to continue to pull the rope, pull them to shore.
Okay, he could do that. He could pull them both up onto the shore. There's nothing holding the bodies. You come to, Bjorn, you're coughing and gagging this water. Let me make some notes here.
Agatha's just laying there limp and bleeding to death.
Yeah, that was a close one. All right, you pull him on the shore. And does anyone want to do anything else? You want to hop in the water? Retrieve the eggs? Do you want to...
Cad's going to do battle medicine on Agatha.
All right, let me end the combat then if you're not going in, because nothing is coming up out after you. Okay, so you guys can do what you want at this stage. Nasty chulos.
You said you're treating wounds on Agatha?
Yes.
Okay.
You lost your knife, Bjorn.
Yeah. Small price to pay, I guess.
Yeah, at least you're still alive. Agatha, you dying? You're dying too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I should have kept us in initiative then. So go ahead and make your roll.
Alright.
Wasn't he treating wounds on her?
Well, he did it on
Cadwin
you.
is. No, Cadwin's doing treat wounds on Agatha, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Cypher cast soothe on me.
Well, do that.
Yeah.
Do that. Do your roll for whatever you're doing. Treat wounds or spell. Okay, do your healing.
So it was for DC 20, so I beat the DC.
2d8 plus 10.
Plus 10.
That's treating wounds, right?
The DC for battle medicine is as treat wounds.
Yeah, so that should be a critical success. Because treat wounds is 15.
He took DC 20.
Oh, okay, I did not hear that part. Alright, you're good.
Heal for 20.
Alright, Agatha, give yourself wounded 1. And 20 hit points.
You see Agatha start to wake up, just coughing up water and, like, curling on her side.
Yeah, Bjorn kind of pats her on the back, and then as she kind of comes to, Bjorn just kind of looks at her. You should have cut the rope and left me. Saved yourself. And then he looks over to Valifor and everyone else. Next time, you're going swimming.
Agatha's too busy trying to cough up all the water out of her lungs to even say anything in return.
And it's nasty water. It has a terrible taste in your mouth. And as you look down at the water, Laughter, you spot what looks like an eyeball peeking up just behind you from the water, and then blinks away. It's watching you.
We should move out of here soon. And by soon, I mean now.
Laughter got a little, not Laughter, Valifor got a little heroic. He got a little to his head there, thinking he could jump like that.
That was awesome, though.
Yeah, it was. He got a hero point for it.
Yep. That was great.
The way he described it was important, because that would decide a lot of things. And literally trying to pull up these bodies from water on this rope with just jumping, even if it's magical, it's not going to make it any easier to carry all this bulk and pull it up like that. But he'd have to get very creative, like maybe bounce off the wall and scale it or something. I don't know. Or just pull the damn rope. That would have worked too.
It gives me ideas for characters in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Bjorn will kind of walk over to Cypher near where Cypher kept his gear, and he'll begin to put on his armor again.
Here's some of your drier clothes. Now, it may be a little late to mention this, but I think I have a way of retrieving those eggs without anybody going into the water. Just...
And you say this now?
Agatha just looks
No
at
one.
Cypher, looking like she's getting ready
Looks
just
at
to
her.
beat the daylights out of her.
No one thought to ask.
You didn't think to speak on that before I took a jump?
Well, you didn't think when you jumped. I may have the ability within me to create my own minion to go beneath the water, fetch the items, and return. That does not mean that that creature that had attacked you will not follow my minion. But it is something we can possibly try.
Is this minion big
Agatha's
enough to carry?
Agatha's just looking at Cypher like she's gonna kill her.
She's seething.
Could this minion possibly grab that sword and the coins as well? That are also down there?
Let me double check.
Probably not all in one.
I have
trip.
yet to have used this spell in a very long time. Actually, I haven't used it since before my adventures with you here. So let me just double check on the time. Oh, it's sustained. All right, yeah. So she says probably. We'd have to make a choice though. In the event that this creature chooses to attack my servant, then it may perish, and then we'll be in battle once more, which I don't believe we're in any kind of position to start.
How quick is your pet?
Well, they're as fast as you and I.
Yeah, I think.
But like
that-
maybe have it. Oh wait, no, they're great. In fact, their feet never touch the floor.
What is it? Put it in the chat.
I don't know, I like the suspense. She's just describing to you her unseen servant spell. She can cast it at a range of 60 feet, so she would begin down there, and then her servant would fly upwards towards her through the water. It says that it can fetch, that like its main purpose is to fetch objects. Or open, unstuck, or unlock doors, hold chairs, and basically clean. It is literally a servant.
It's got
Don't
4
be
hit
surprised
points. 4 hit points.
Yep, but it's immune to disease, mental, non-magical attacks, paralyzed, poison, precision, unconscious, and its resistance to all damage except force or ghost touch. Not to say that it's going to be able to block a, 40 hit point. But I have the option to make it invisible, which would be greatly in our favor.
Yeah, so why couldn't we do that? Everybody fall back into the hallway. Bjorn will stand at the door. You
Bjorn,
can stand
I don't
like
think
up
you
here.
should stand at the door. Perhaps,
Oh,
maybe
Bjorn wouldn't leave her.
Laughter
yeah,
or
I'll stand at the
Cadwin.
I'm the red shirt for tonight.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm
then
there.
stand
I'm all
right,
for it.
stand in front of me. Actually, I'll
Yeah.
cast my spells from over your
For-
shoulder.
yeah, I'll have my shield up. We'll be good. We'll be fine.
Yeah, but ultimately, Cypher just wanted to see everybody jump into the water. But then, now seeing the major threat of it all, she's like, maybe I won't keep this a secret. And reveals this servant that she can conjure up.
Worth a try. All right, everyone into the corridor.
Indeed, let's go.
Except you all, except me and Cypher.
Yeah. Before Bjorn completely files into the hallway, or Agatha, Cypher does ask, I just need you to point out the direction. Where was this? I can look fairly deep into the water, but, it's going to be pretty mucky. Or how much sediment is in there.
So,
I saw the crab and the eye.
Oh, okay. I just
Well,
need
I saw
someone
the-
to point out where this stuff is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bjorn would have directed her like over in this general direction.
Okay. What's the question, Fritz?
so basically, you're not seeing through this. You're telling it, go down below, straight here, and pick up those eggs, a sword, and some coins, and bring them up. Doesn't have to be at once, but, take a couple shots and bring it up. Oh, by the way, you're going to be invisible. And don't get caught. That's what you're doing, right?
Yeah, and I'm choosing to have it be invisible instead of the um, optional form.
And you're sustaining it.
I
Yes.
could even have Valhan fly over the water as a distraction.
We could make that happen.
Like enough where he's just kind of doing a
So-
loop-de-loop.
3 actions to do this. Thum, and then you're gonna. What's its movement? Let me look at its movement again.
Its movement is 30 feet fly.
No swimming speed. So,
Yeah. But I figure if I cast it to the depth,
20 feet.
it collects it, and then it will just fly straight up. So if it's 20 feet downward, then it will be 10 feet hovering above the water when it made its full movement upwards. And then it would make its full movement towards me.
Okay, so as long as it's in the water, it's not flying. It's swimming. So it'll be subject to the movement rates of going down 20 feet and then 20 feet back up. And then out of the water, it could be flying or whatever you want.
Okay. Well, I think it's described a lot like a ghost. Because all it is pure force.
Does it have the incorporeal trait? I don't think so. Mindless and force.
Yeah, it's just mindless minions summoned.
So it actually would use doors then. If it's not incorporeal, it's gonna. I guess it would use doors.
Yeah, it can't pass through solid objects.
Yeah, it's not incorporeal. So it'll be subject to the swimming rules. But anyway, let's do this. You've casted the spell.
Well, depending on the intelligence of the creature, water has a current. Maybe the eggs are in the current. All right, we can give it a shot.
Yeah, but as stagnant as that water is,
Well, there's been a lot of movement. It's probably still settling down. Who knows?
Well, there he is, the mystery man. He's on the map. Cypher, let's put you up here. Now tell me exactly the instructions you're giving it.
All right, yes, I am commanding. So I cast my spell. Let me get that out of the way first. All right. I instruct it to dive through the depths of this murky water. Avoid at all costs the creature that lies underneath. Collect the eggs and the swords and the other valuables. As much as you can carry without slowing you down, and return to me.
And it's invisible?
Yes. I probably look like a crazy person at the end of this dock.
All right. So it's invisible. That's important.
Yes.
That'll be very
So
important.
I can't. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Basically, I'm also telling it, or guiding it, that when it makes its way back, it should be taking the easiest route possible, not like straight up or going around this way. So like, no, just come directly onto the shore. And of course, do not be seen.
Okay. All right. It nods its head, and it immediately looks down towards the water, and it begins to slowly climb. It gets down to its knees and its hands, what looks like hands, and it begins to lower itself into the water, and it just disappears. Some time goes by.
I would also like to be back here.
Well, let's
Where
remember,
I once was.
you're sustaining this.
Yes.
All this time is going by. We're not using rounds, but you're sustaining this, we're assuming. So Cypher's back there, holding their temples. And after some time, you see a bubble appear right above the water, right here. Bloop. A few more seconds go by. All of a sudden, you see the water begin to break. right here where it's actually a sheer drop off into the water. But you see the water suddenly begin to break. You don't know what's there, but there's something there. This is invisible. I guess you can see it. I don't know. Can you see it, Cypher? Who can see this thing? But anyway, regardless of who can see it, you do
Good
see
question.
what
I assume I can see it.
you do see what looks like 2 eggs floating above. Not 2 eggs, 3 eggs floating above the water, and set themselves down on the shoreline right here.
I just whisper over to you. Wait. You've got to be kidding me. This is what we've been fishing for this entire time? I've got one of those in my bag.
Some seconds later, you see, again, the water breaks mysteriously. There's nothing there, but there you see what looks like the pommel of a sword rises above the water and lands in front of you along with a couple eggs. So there's now 5 eggs. And 5.
I whisper back to her, that little servant is pretty handy.
Yes, we haven't really needed it until now, but I don't like to have too many things do all of my dirty work.
Okay. You think it's done?
Once that second time it comes up and we have the 5 eggs and the other items, she releases the spell and no longer sustains it.
I'll go collect everything.
So you can click on that little box there, and it's got everything that it just drug up, and it mysteriously disappears. Actually, not mysteriously, you can't see it, but the creature has been unsummoned, Cypher. But as you go poking around, you start to see disturbance in the water. So if you want to grab things, grab them now. Something's coming. Something's coming.
Oh yeah, she just opens up that big old bag and shovels it all in there. If you want to grab the unusual longsword, go ahead.
Yeah, I can't grab this. I don't have permission to grab this thing. It's bugging out.
Oh.
The blob picture, whatever it is.
Yes.
You can't open it?
No.
It's
Am I
public.
supposed to double click it? Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Oh.
I didn't know I was supposed to double click, sorry. Alright.
Yes. I've collected the gold pieces, silver pieces, and the eggs.
Alright.
Very good. Everybody gets a hero point for that. That was quite creative. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Fantastic.
Letting your teammates get dangerously injured.
Yeah.
I'm like, we'll be fine. Oh no, they're both down. Oh no. This was bad. I thought it was gonna be fun, but this is bad. Of course there's something waiting for their eggs, you know?
Yes. And something is churning in the water. Now, I need to know what you're all doing. Are you just grabbing this stuff in haste and making your way down the tunnel?
Yes.
Oh yeah, as soon as I hear any sort of disturbances, oh yeah, we scoop that up and come back into the hall, and we're kind of like, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of pushing people, like, go, 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 go.
Yeah.
We've got what we need, let's not stick around.
Bjorn will be the last, and he'll shut the door once everybody moves through.
I don't think that thing's gonna calm down anytime soon, because we've got all the eggs.
Yes, you did. Very good. That was
Nice work.
pretty cool. Everybody get in that room. And all right, so you get the stuff, you get the eggs, you got yourself a sword. If somebody wants to attempt to identify it, go for it, make a roll. I'll tell you what it is regardless. And as far as the eggs, do you take them to the personage?
I guess we do, yeah.
Well,
Yes.
there's that personage. Oops. Let me make her appearance. She's now in this room with you. She thanks you for the eggs. She is grateful as she suddenly looks down at all the bodies in this chamber that have been hacked and slashed. She says, What is this? What have you done?
Cypher.
This was not us.
All right, give me a lying check.
I would like to
Deception.
use my 29 assurance feat to deceive them.
All right.
Well, to be fair, Valifor did tell her.
Well, we weren't really sure if just did that out loud.
Well, that'll be a penalty on this lie. Let's see how good at lying you are. Deception.
Come on, Cypher.
If I could find it. There it is. This is going to be lie, which is against the perception DC.
Perception, yeah.
There's no critical success, so you just need to succeed.
You know what? Maybe I will roll. I've got 2 hero points. I need to just have fun with it. Public or blind?
Blind.
Alright, there's my deception. If I have failed and it starts to look like this person's seeing through my lies, I would like to hero point it. If it doesn't work.
Well, it is a blind roll. I usually don't allow any re-rolls on those. We'll take what you got. Here's what happens. Well, what did you say? So I want to hear your words. Role play this, because it might influence the final result.
Sure. Don't be alarmed by this tragedy. You've come quick to blame us for the deeds just because we hold swords that look as though, they are old and covered in blood. But despite what this may look like, it was not us. We are not innocent to slaying creatures in this area, but we did not slay these innocent
Wow.
innocent kin of yours or other folk.
Is anybody that
but-
hears this? Are there any lawful characters amongst? Well, never mind. There's no alignment. Jeez. Okay.
Oh wait, this is
We were already in pre-agreement that we were gonna lie.
Okay.
still.
Yeah, like we already knew this was gonna happen.
We'd like to survive and get the benefits of working with them. But at the very end of my sentences, I present the eggs and says, you can, hopefully we've earned your trust by presenting these eggs to you. I do not include the cooked one that I took earlier for fear that they make the connection that it was stolen. So I only present the 6 fresh ones that were looted
Okay.
outside.
All right. She looks pretty worried, pretty concerned, seeing these bodies for the first time coming into this room. She looks angry. Your words. At first, she's a little bit hesitant to believe you. She looks over at Valifor and seeing his threatening posture and kind of the words he hinted at before that maybe you guys are responsible for this. But you're convincing, Cypher. You're convincing. And then she
Do not
turns.
judge us.
It's Belcora. Her minions must have slayed my men, my followers. They shall pay for this, perhaps with your help. But regardless, we have the eggs. We must deal with these bodies and remove them from here, and we have the eggs. We can finally get to our beloved Ergothal. Erthagol. So, it worked. Your lie was picturesque.
Yes.
At least that's the way I
I'm
did it.
helpful.
Everybody got your hero point, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so good. So she'll begin to retrieve others to retrieve these bodies and clean this place up. She says to you, you have my word. You can pass through here as much as you want. In fact, if you help us clean this room and the bodies, you could stay here.
Yeah, Cypher looks to the others and she kind of like nods her head and she starts picking up a body. Well, maybe like a foot.
Perhaps,
Is this,
perhaps you will
fire?
join us in worship to Urthakal.
Bjorn kind of growls at Cypher. Like a very low, guttural growl as she tries to like pick this body up, and Bjorn comes over and like picks it up. Whether, well, like she's carrying this foot, like Bjorn's carrying the rest of this creature.
Yeah. They plan to burn the bodies on the sacrificial fires here. It's what they wanted. It'll be a sacrifice, a privilege. So each of these bodies will be burnt on these fires in this chamber. I don't know if you want to be in here when that's going on, but
Nah.
there's other cultists.
Don't know how ventilated it is.
Yeah, there's other cultists who will come in here and do that. If you want to help move the bodies, that's fine. You could do that. But otherwise, you're at a stage now where you have their permission to stay in here. All they ask of you, well, you've delivered the eggs. This is where they worship. If you'd like to join them worshiping here, this is great. But their god lies up those steps to the north, where you guys were battling those skeletons or those will-o-wisps. But that's why they couldn't worship anymore, because of those creatures up there. So you've made it so they can do that now. They've yet to discover that you've actually killed those creatures as well, so they're very thankful for what you've just done right now. But yeah, this room here is where they do their worship, and up there they bring offerings to the god. The god lives up there. Perhaps you'll join them. He lives up there. He dwells amongst us. And so if you guys want to set up a safe room anywhere else, it couldn't be in here, but anywhere else down here that you've explored, you could do that, and they're not going to bother you. So they say.
Agatha's just worn out, tired out. She's just like barely conscious at this state.
Yeah. And that's where
Wait,
we'll end
wait,
the session.
No! Can I ask one thing?
What?
Cypher just wanted to ask about that one door that was kind of buried by gravel.
Oh.
You know, just what lies beyond that door, and why is it blocked as it in the way that it is?
All she knows is there's vile creatures that dwell beyond there. We have nothing to do with them. I advise you not to go that way. She mentions a huge arachnid. She also mentions drow.
Deriders.
We will heed your warning. Thank you.
Strange creatures.
More help than you know.
So that door where you were listening, it's actually locked on the map because there's a barricade. Once you move that, which will take a little bit of time, but yeah, you can do it. You can get through that door and investigate. What else? There is some chambers you haven't investigated. She leaves that to you. But be assured that they're not going to bother you. But be warned, if you start doing stuff, they're probably going to retaliate. Whether that bothers you or not, I don't know. But she disappears. So, for now, you can stay in this chamber and get yourself organized and plan your next movements. If you want to explore a little to the north, you can do that too. You got that cleared out.
Agatha just wants to find a place to lay down at this point.
They use the eggs as sacrifices. Offerings to the creature that they worship. So basically these skulls, these will-o-wisps, were preventing them from getting to the eggs. If you remember, there was will-o-wisps that were near there, to the north, in that one chamber, and they're also on the area with the steps, which you defeated. So, you helped them out. Caligny. Nasty Caligny creatures. Is there anything else you guys want to do? It's up to you.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Does anyone have appraise by chance?
Oh,
know
well, we
about
could
that
just all
sword.
take turns recalling knowledge on something.
Okay.
If it's particularly tied with occultism, I could help
Yeah.
take a look
I've-
at it.
I was just curious about the sword.
Yeah, it's,
You guys can do it.
Religion.
Definitely.
it's a plus
I-
one. It's a +1 sword of striking.
Ah,
Nice.
okay. There you go.
You got plenty of time.
I'm gonna have to
figure
hop
that out.
off at this point.
All right,
Yes,
Dizzy.
Same.
Well, here, wait a minute. Let's do our outros. Dizzy, you do yours first. Give me your quick thoughts about the game and all that, and that'll be fine. Okay? Go ahead, Dizzy.
Well, my thoughts was that's borderline twice that she has nearly came close to permanent dying, which is getting a little hair raising for me. Now things are definitely starting to get a little more hairier than usual compared to what it was before. And now that if that is Balcora, then things are definitely are about to take a drastic turn.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Thanks, Dizzy. What about you,
See
Cypher?
ya.
See ya, Dizzy. What about you, Cypher?
Here.
Well, although I came in late, I'm glad I was able to come in. It's nice sometimes to see us take a non-violent route. Although combat is very fun and I love it, but I also like to see us kind of have alternative routes. I felt kind of bad because it was one of those cases where, like earlier with the Unseen Servant, I was looking at the spell and I was like, I don't think everyone's going to agree to do this. I don't know. Would it even work? Would it be a waste? So then I was just like, well, we'll see plan A, and just diving in there and seeing what's down there. And then I'm just glad that, I brought it up later. But now I just feel bad because Cypher seems like even more of a jerk than usual. Of like, let's see everyone get, a bit, see everyone in a pickle, and then I'll bring the spells out. But that was just a player being hesitant of like, I don't even think everyone would agree to this, if it even works. But I'm glad it did work out.
Yeah, that was good.
Yes.
I enjoyed that.
Thanks for hosting.
As
And
usual.
I look forward to next week's.
You do. It's going to be fun. We're going to go over to Bjorn. What do you think, Bjorn? Did you enjoy it? It's a close one.
Yeah, was a close one there. Yeah, kind of a less violent solution. We don't normally get that. Most of the creatures we interact with, they're pretty much attack on sight, and that's pretty much what we've been conditioned to. But it wasn't nice to have a little sort of side quest. The almost drowning, getting clamped down, that sucked. Didn't enjoy that part too much. But yeah, it worked out in the end. We got the eggs, we got support. In a non-combative way. It was kind of why Bjorn kind of held Valifor up, because Agatha spoke to the creature and it seemed to be receptive, whereas last session Bjorn tried to do the same thing and ended up literally beating a cultist to pieces. So that was different enough that Bjorn was like, maybe we might want to take a listen at this. So yeah, I had fun. I enjoyed it. Playing with the fam.
It was good. How about you, Ted?
So this was an interesting one for me. At this point, Cad's kind of exhausted himself down to the point where he's more a fighter type than a healing type. Most of his spells, resorting mainly to treat wounds to do any kind of healing. For me, watching a lot of this, it showed a lot of character development. Even with Cypher saying it was more player indecision, it really kind of felt this kind of something Cypher would do as far as Cad's concerned. This is what I've seen from her. This is not out of character. This is definitely what she would do. Same thing with Valifor. Knowing Valifor as much as he does, and charging in there and doing all that he did, it felt to me like a lot of character development. I like that. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that aspect. Ryan, how about you? What'd you think?
Well, yeah, just to bounce off him just at first. Like, it just saw a lot of heroism and selflessness. I mean, just dripping down, getting into the water, and risking life. Both of them, Bjorn and Dizzy. That was pretty cool. So that was awesome. Yeah, awesome playing again. That was great. I am definitely looking forward to seeing what happens next. We freaking encountered Belcora. Just take that in. I mean, that's huge. Yeah, I would definitely say that Lofter is definitely invested. From here on, I can't see him. It just would seem out of character for him to just, oh, you guys got this. I'm stepping out. Like, he's here. So, as is his player, assuming I can come in. Maybe I'll do kind of like what Rachel did. Just come in late if I can. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
In the next couple Sundays, but
That'd
I
be
will
great.
try my best to squeeze in as much as I can, especially since we're coming in that last couple
The last lap.
last lap. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's do it.
Depending on how you guys do it, it could end quicker than we expect, but
Right.
we got
Yeah,
some
awesome.
time.
Thank you.
I appreciate. Did I miss anybody? Kat, she left. She had a good time. I know she did. I hope she comes back again. Dizzy, of course. And, Jesse. He gets all excited. He doesn't get often a big chance to play. Well, he doesn't get a chance to play very often. So when he comes in as a fighter, he's like, let's get at him, which plays into his character because that's the way he is. So he gets a little over the top, gonzo, but that's okay. That's great. That's his character. So, folks, we're going to call it there, and we're going to see you next time. So, folks, be ready. Episode 95 is next week. And I opened the wrong window. Hold on. Here we go. We'll see you guys next week. Hang in there, folks. It's only going to get better.